Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest questions we get, which is, what does IT support actually cost? There's no quick answer to that because it does depend. But today we're going to break that down in this video, and hopefully you're going to walk away with a clear understanding of what IT support really costs and why, and what influences that cost. The reason you won't see a fixed cost on usually any IT provider's website is because no two businesses are quite the same. If we take a smaller 5 to 10 person company who doesn't have any real compliance needs, they're very different to a 50 user professional services firm, which have compliance standards to meet, cybersecurity requirements, and generally a higher level of support that's required. As a result, you're going to expect to pay different amounts for each of those entities based on the needs that they both have. There are a few key things that affect what IT support really costs you. First, most obvious, number of staff and devices that you have that require support. Next is the level of support you require. Some companies expect that proactive help desk, which is there to help whenever they need and reaching out and giving them the support they need. Others maybe are happy with just somebody they can call when they need it. But both of those things are going to cost different levels, along with the team of people that's providing that support. And also if you need things like 24/7 cover. If you do need that out of hours cover and unsociable hours, then again, that's usually going to be an extra add-on to the base support cost. Next up, cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is really a multi-layered approach in the modern day. And as a result, the level of protection you require and the cost is things that go hand in hand. The more products and layers you have, the lower your risk, the better your protection is, but the higher the cost is. Another thing to consider is where your systems are actually running. If you have systems in your offices running, as we would call it, on-premise, then they often can be legacy-based systems, and they tend to come with a higher level of risk, require a little bit more support than something that's a modern cloud-hosted solution, which is way that more and more things are going as time goes on, and that's often why. Now, to give you a realistic idea, most businesses we work with pay anything from £37 to £69 per person per month, plus some sort of Microsoft 365 licensing on top of that for a fully managed proactive IT support solution. This pricing is typical for businesses with around 15 to 75 staff as an idea and suggestion. This can go higher depending on the needs, risk and requirement of the company that we're speaking to, but it gives you a really good general indication of the kind of pricing you would expect to pay. Things that would not be included in the standard pricing would be things like setting up new staff members, one-off projects, or installing and configuring new equipment. All of these things would be what we would consider a project, and as a result would be provided as a one-off quote, which would then be accepted before any work was carried out. As an example, a 25-person business would typically pay anything from £1,200 to £1,750 per month. Now, we realise this is not a small investment, but for these businesses, the risk of a cybersecurity incident or the downtime that can come through IT systems breaking usually far is outweighed by having this level of fully managed service in place. And as a result, it's a conversation that most are willing to have, and we can then work with them. The goal is simple. Less downtime, secure IT system, less headaches, and overall an IT system that runs and is as risk-free as possible. At S2, we focus on being predictable and transparent. We believe all companies can benefit from running their systems to the Cyber Essentials standard, which is the UK standard for cybersecurity. As a result, we set all of the clients we look after as close to this standard as possible with the systems they have in place. We also only use cybersecurity tools which are monitored 24/7 by a UK security team, ready to take action as required. Our goal is to give you one price that provides you security, peace of mind, support, and everything you need for that fixed monthly price. If you do get a quote that seems significantly cheaper than what S2 has put forward as their suggestion to you, it's worth asking yourself, what's not included? What's the difference? What's missing from this? As a reminder, common things that are often going to make a big difference to the price: level of support being provided, cybersecurity tools being provided within the package itself, and also how proactive the service is. That covers not just day-to-day IT support requirements, but also road mapping and planning for the future as well. We're probably not the right fit if what you're after is the cheapest service or an ad hoc service that you can just pay as and when needed. And that's completely fine. We'd rather just be upfront about it and honest. If you'd like an idea on what IT support will actually cost you for your business, we've built a simple pricing calculator, which is on the page below, which will give you a very quick estimate and an idea of a price to work from. If you prefer to actually speak to one of the team, please reach out. Again, the link and information is below, and we'll be pleased to help you and run through 15-20 minutes and give you an idea of a cost and have a better one-on-one conversation in case we can help you in more than one way and make everything as clear as possible for you. Thanks.